everyone, and welcome back to Empkin Gardening. Happy Halloween! We decided to put together for you a few little spooky Halloween succulent arrangements slash fairy gardens just to jumpstart your Halloween festivities this weekend. This was a lot of fun. We've collected things over the last couple of months that we knew we wanted to use for this project, but we were really excited to explore some different companies along the way as well. So let's show you what we did. The main feature is our skull. So this is like porcelain, and this is actually from Yankee Candle. It's a candle holder. So it does not have drainage. Most of these do not have drainage. In fact, the only two that do are the black pots here. Everything else does not have any drainage. So with succulents, you will just be really careful in how we're watering it and how frequently we water it, just to make sure it doesn't get too bogged down with the water. So in the school, we have this crazy aloe that is like serrated. It's like a serrated aloe plant, bicolor, has some like spotting going on. It's really cool. And then we have a crass. It starts with an L and it's really long. I'll put it down at the bottom of the screen. We love these. We used it in our ocean one for like seaweed looking, but we love it because it also kind of reminded us of hair. So for our skeleton man, we put some hair and then just put some bats. These are actually bat rings. Perfect to just kind of like stick them in there and have them stay. And then of course some crazy eyeballs, because the eyeballs from our skeleton got out and then just spiked in the serrated aloe above him. Super tragic ending. So we really liked how this one turned out. It's super playful and fun, very Halloween-y, and it's just so cute. So we loved it. These two black ones were from Home Depot, and these were the ones that do have drainage holes, so these ones will be fine for watering normally. We'll probably water about once a week, and we'll show you how we water in a little bit. But we stumbled upon a new company that has fairy garden figurines of all sorts. So we fell in love with the spooky, scary, old, wicked tree holding some jack-o'-lanterns, and it's a LED just like switch on light. Very cool. And then in this one we found these baby gargoyles that were so cute. Some holding pumpkins and little skulls, and they're just like, I know, they're really cute. And then we had we actually had a tea candle that also turned different colors just like the tree, so it worked out perfectly. It looks like they're in a little campfire. In this one, this is it was not labeled. We have no idea what it is. So if you do know what this succulent is, please comment down below with the name of it, because that would be incredibly helpful. This is a cactus. If we can find the name, we'll put it down, but it also did not come labeled. The spikes are kind of spiky, but it just looks very almost hairy and toothy. I don't know, it's freaky though, but it is a form of cactus, and even like where the spikes come out, it's really like bumpy. It's cool, but it's freaky. So we liked this arrangement, just the juxtaposition of how cute these little baby gargoyles are next to this like terrifying plant behind them. Very Halloween-y. And then in this one we have just the center, like the focal point is the centerpiece of the LED light. We have some little skull stepstones leading up to this possessed thing. So that's pretty cool, and they almost glow to me. They're see-through, they're translucent, but because of the darkness of the soil, they almost glow, which is really cool. And then we have two different types of Haworthia right here. I'm not sure of the exact name. One has a more purplish hue and one has a more green hue. So with all of these that we have potted up, we used cactus mix. So we used Miracle-Gro cactus mix, cactus and succulent mix, because succulents do not do well in potting soil. You can't put them in like regular garden soil. So Miracle-Gro cactus mix and succulent mix. And we also put in some succulent plant food. We just squirted it right around. It doesn't need a whole lot. And then we watered it in. Before I talk about that, these three little babies. These were from the dollar store, these little cauldrons and like jack-o'-lantern. And then we just filled it up with the cactus mix. This again does not have drainage holes, so we have to be super careful, and it's really shallow, so we'll be really cognizant of how much we're watering. But if you noticed when we were pulling apart all 3 of these Sedivaria jet beads is the variety. They all came in one pot, but there's 3 in one pot. So when we were pulling them out, you probably saw that some of the beads were starting to grow roots. They'd fallen off and they're starting to grow their own roots. So one of the wonderful things about succulents is that each one of these can turn into its own whole succulent plant. It's almost, reminiscent of the garlic bulbs. This will happen significantly faster, like with the roots and stuff. So we just tucked in those beads that had fallen off, just tuck them in right into the soil, and they'll start rooting in right there, and we'll probably have another plant in a few months. There was one that didn't have any roots growing yet, and still you can just lay that right on top. I think it's right here. Just lay it right on top where the end is that was broken off, and then it'll start growing roots right from there. So that's pretty cool that we're gonna start propagating some more Sedivarias right here. So how we water. Succulents in arrangements can be tricky to water, especially if they're in pots that don't have any drainage holes. So we use a 150 milliliter giant syringe, and we typically just get like a big we have like a big mason jar that we fill up with water, and then you suck up all the water, you probably saw, and then just very gently put it straight at the base of the succulent that you are watering, right at the base of the roots, and then just squirt in a little bit as you go. What's really great about using this type of syringe for watering is that you are in total control of how much water the plant is getting. So you're not overwatering because you have control over how little or how much you are giving that plant, which is super helpful in any type of arrangement, especially like, something like this, where you can just get in there to put it in, and it's going straight to the base of the plant. It's getting what it needs. We really suggest getting a syringe if you love succulents and want to make different succulent arrangements or fairy gardens or what have you. Perfect way to water. Alright, so we hope you enjoyed this video. We did it a little bit differently today with starting off with the planting, just because it's a holiday weekend and we wanted you to see some cute, spooky Halloween festivities. We love the My Fairy Garden company. We're going to link them down below if you wanted to check them out. They have fairy garden supplies for all the different seasons as well. So something that we're really excited about exploring more as we go on more succulent adventures. We hope you liked this video. Give us a like, comment down below, subscribe to our channel. I hope you have a happy, safe Halloween. Have fun. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.